Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
¿Hablas inglés?
Yes.
Are you from
Yeah.
Nicaragua?
Yeah.
Hey guys, so I'm just going to give some context here. I needed a thumbnail for a YouTube video I was making, and she was the first girl I saw. I'm in Nicaragua, and actually I'm working from a hotel right now. That's why you might hear noise in the background. So I opened with ¿Cómo estás?, which is how are you? I would never normally teach any guy to open with how are you, because it's taking value. It's like asking someone to think, and you don't want to do that. I teach much better ways to open, but in a foreign country, it's a bit different. I was, on the spot. So I said, hi, how are you? And if you watch her body language, she's smiling and she's very, very open to being approached. And then I followed up with, are you Nicaraguan? And this is pretty normal when I'm traveling. I'll ask local girls, obviously they're local, where are you from here? Rather than saying, where are you from? I don't like ever saying, where are you from? It's always better to make a guess. And then you see her face kind of changes. She says, well, I'm Nicaraguan, but then she's got this, what do you want look on her face. And you'll get this a lot from women when you go indirect. And yeah, indirect, you can kind of get this. So I tell her, hey, I need you for a selfie. Can I have you for a selfie? Which she says, yeah, sure. So when you're traveling, this is a really easy opener. The problem is that after you get the selfie, they're going to want to keep going on their way. So you got to hook them, and you just don't stop talking. And you'll see as the video goes on that I add some light touches. Pay attention to that. That's building comfort. And I start teasing her, and it becomes a pickup.
I need a selfie with a Nicaraguan, a real Nicaraguan.
Okay.
And what is your name?
Kaylee.
Kaylee. What's it? Kayling. And how do you speak English so well?
Because I study in academy for 5 years, I guess so. 5 years, yeah.
Wow.
When I was younger, so it was easy for me.
Yeah.
Because when you're
Spanish is muy difícil para mí.
they say so. I don't think so because it's my first language, but
Yeah.
they say they have Spanish has many. I don't remember how to say tiempos. It's not times. It's times.
Much time.
Yeah.
I need to take a class. Like, I took some.
You know where
¿Dónde?
you can go is en la estación. It's called la estación.
Now this conversation may seem really typical, like I'm just saying, hey, I need to learn some Spanish. It's tourist stuff, right? But if you look at the subtext, you can see the eye contact. Look at the eye contact between us and look at our proximity. And if you watch her eyes and just her body language, you can tell that she's interested, right? And there's a subtext, there's a sub-communication going on. So underneath the words, and this is what I'm going to start adding in a little bit of touch, and you'll see that I've got her hooked. She's not leaving, she's also investing. Look at how much she's talking. She's not looking like she has to go. She's not checking her phone. And so in an indirect situation like this, those are the things you want to look for.
College education.
No, it's called Metropolis. The school, the academy, it's called Metropolis.
Let me ask you, why do you live in Leon? Why do you choose Leon of all places?
Because I live with my parents, so I have no choice yet.
¿Cuántos? How old are you?
¿Cuántos años?
¿Cuántos años?
Yeah, I'm 20 years old.
Wow. Soon you will be a grandmother.
Yeah.
So now I'm just making fun of her a little bit. I'm saying, oh wow, you're 20 years old, soon you're going to be a grandmother. The thing is I'm 45 years old, going on 46, and she's obviously much younger than me, so I'm already putting this frame in that, like, hey, you're getting kind of old. Like, every girl is worried about her age, and most people would say the expected thing, which would be, oh wow, you're really young. Like, as an older guy though, I'm busting on her for already being too old, and it's adding a little bit of that sexual tension. I'm making it a bit playful, and you can see her face, and she's like, who is this guy? He's cocky.
Yep.
Mostly. Next year I'm turning 21, so.
And what do people who are 20, what do they do for fun in Leon?
We go to the parties. I think the Nicaraguan people like too much parties. Yeah, and in here in Leon is really like everything is near, everything is close. It's easier to find a great spot or a great place to party.
Mucho fiesta.
Yes.
And you
But
party
now-
too much. Are you drinking too much?
No, not now.
So here she was giving me her value system. I call this eliciting values, and she's saying Nicaraguan people like to party too much, but I misinterpreted that as she parties too much. So I'm sort of establishing a dominant frame and judging her a little bit, which is kind of breaking rapport, and I'm saying, oh, you party too much. And now she's going to validate herself. Like she said, oh, I'm actually 21. And she might say, no, I don't party too much. And so that's good. That's attraction building.
I won't tell your mom. I won't tell your mama.
No, not now because I'm working and I work at night, so it's tired for me, and I don't need.
What is your work?
I'm a waitress.
Nicaraguan food or Chinese?
No, it's a bar from
Bar.
here. Yeah, like
Just over there.
yeah.
And how many hours does a Nicaraguan waitress usually work? And
At night shift, it's supposed to be, according to the Nicaraguan law, it's supposed to be 7 hours. But we
but
work
they're slave
8.
driving you.
We work 8 hours, and sometimes we work more hours, but that is overtime, so they pay for that.
That's good. And you make tips? And Nicaraguans
Not all
don't
the
tip.
time because like it's a bar, the people doesn't feel like they have to give a tip.
In Nicaraguan culture, tipping isn't normal, right?
Yeah, no, it's normal, but we are
Cheap.
yeah.
How much does a typical Nicaraguan waitress make in 1 month?
1 month.
So I'm actually going a little bit into interview mode because I am making a YouTube video. But the subtext, the subcommunication, if you look at her body language and how she's putting down her head and she's looking up with her eyes, it's very submissive, and how she has her hands tucked behind her and she's sort of doing the like, I'm a good girl kind of pose. And these are all very big tells for me that she's into me, she's feeling me. And also our eye contact, like I'm looking straight at her in a sort of a playful way. And also my nerves, my energy is a very confident alpha type of energy. That's the only way I can put it. I'm not stuttering, I'm not shaking, like, you know, she's not intimidating me or anything, not even close. But because of that, she's gaining more attraction. I'm in a very dominant frame, even though she's answering all my questions and I'm a foreigner. It's still attraction.
Let me see. It could be if you work more than 5,000, or 5,000 is the average, because they pay 250 a day.
Is it good?
It depends, because if you work in a restaurant, it's not that tired. But where I work is really tired because the people go after there.
Yeah.
Too much people.
People are the guys, the men here, are they aggressive? Are they pinching your body when you walk by?
No, they don't do that. They are respectful.
That's good.
Thank God they
The
are
culture
respectful.
for women here, are the men respectful?
Yeah, I mean, in a bar they cannot do that.
So now I'm transitioning into talking about sexuality. I'm making a joke like, are the men aggressive? Are they pinching you? Which obviously that's not happening, but I'm moving into talking about sex, talking about flirting, from the perspective of a tourist, of course. Like, this is a YouTube interview in a way, but it's also a pickup. So it's something any guy could do with a cell phone if you wanted to be silly. But basically, I'm always finding a way to bring the conversation into what do you do for fun, what's the dating culture like, because if she starts thinking about sex, she'll start thinking about sex with me.
And how many YouTubers run up to you every day?
How many? No one. It's the first time. I didn't know.
Numero uno, YouTuber.
Yeah. I didn't know you were a YouTuber.
Well, why else would I be doing this? Other than, you know, you're obviously pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah. And 20 years old.
Yeah.
So look at that smile. Now I've actually transitioned into basically hitting on her. I just told her she's pretty, which is a big pull, but I also did a push in saying, and you're 20 years old, which could be a compliment, but I'm also setting the frame that she's too young for me, or she's just a little girl. At the same time, before I told her she was old, so she's a little bit confused, which is good. Like, who is this guy? Where is he coming from? What's he doing? Why is he making me laugh? He's quite funny. And I'm also using the camera as a prop. You'll see that I always turn and make funny faces at the camera, but now I'm being a bit silly, a bit flirtatious. I'll go back into asking her questions, getting her to give me more information, because the more she talks to me, the more I can make fun of her. And you can see that the rest of the pickup goes really well.
And where do the other 20-year-olds go when they leave Leon for fun? They go for nature, like swimming or to the beach?
We don't have to. Oh yeah, you know, something funny is that the young people get drunk and then they go to the beach at 4 a.m. They
drive?
Know. Yeah.
That's peligroso.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
You don't have to be
and they're
that
smoking
drunk.
Weed?
You cannot ask that in a video.
Not in Nicaragua. Maybe in Canada it's legal, you know.
Yeah,
and I
but
was
not
in
all the
Thailand,
places.
and it was you could smoke anywhere now in Thailand. In Mexico, they're talking about it, but not in Nicaragua, huh?
No, not yet. So don't do it because it's not legal. So you do it.
Yeah, see. You have to give me your Instagram or something.
Yeah, sure. But not in the video.
And that's how you meet women in Nicaragua. You be a YouTuber, otherwise you have no chance.
Yeah. They don't like when people tell them what to do. The people don't like that. Like if I tell you, you shouldn't put the garbage there, they start a fight.
Really?
Yeah.
You say, hey, don't throw the garbage on the ground, and then they want to.
And they
become malandros.
No, not that kind of fight, but they can like get mad. You don't.
So when you tell people, hey, don't throw garbage, do they ever try to beat you up?
Yeah, they have.
Why are they so violent? Because their mommy didn't love them enough?
Yeah, maybe. They doesn't receive enough affection.